We now officially have the reveal trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Within that quick little trailer, we've gotten to see so many different Mario secrets with enemies, characters, and even placements within the world that they try to hide. But one question I do have is, what is the story going to be about this time? I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's probably going to be an origin story for Mario, but how much of an origin story? Are they going to change up what we know about Mario? Are they going to actually make it canon from where Mario actually comes from? What is Bowser's main goal, and what else is going to happen in this grand adventure? I guess it's not really one question. It's a lot of questions I have about the story, and today I'm going to try to answer some of those questions for you guys. In this video specifically, I must ask the burning question: where the heck is Mario coming from in this movie? So first and foremost, this is most definitely an origin story for Mario. We see him fly into the Mushroom Kingdom through a pipe, and he has no clue where he's at. He's never seen this place, this is something new, and then he runs into Toad shortly after, where Toad kind of introduces himself, Mario introduces himself, and then Toad's like, okay, let me take you to the castle and show you around, obviously, probably Toad City, as they go towards the Mushroom Kingdom. But where does Mario come from? Because we've heard many different things. Normally, it's from Brooklyn, New York. I mean, after all, this is what we've known for a very long time. And even in the old shows and movies and cartoons for Mario, they always had Mario and Luigi come from Brooklyn. They were always both plumbers and came through some weird pipe that led to the Mushroom Kingdom. That's kind of the story that we've always known. In fact, there was actually an episode in the old Mario cartoons where Bowser and his minions made his way to Brooklyn, and Mario and Luigi had to fight Bowser, or King Koopa in this show, in their own home turf, which was a very interesting episode. If you guys haven't seen the old Mario Brothers cartoons, definitely check them out because I loved them. I even have them on DVD. Okay, enough said. We know in the original arcade Mario Bros, Mario and Luigi are in some type of sewer system taking out Koopa turtles, and they took out some fighter flies and sidestepper crabs, but for the most part, yeah, it was like a weird mix between what could have been in the Mushroom Kingdom and also the real world. Maybe this is somewhat how Mario finds his pipe. Maybe some Koopa Troopas got lost into the, sewer systems of Brooklyn, and Mario and Luigi find them and find where they're coming from and fall down that pipe or something. That definitely could be the case. Now, where it gets very interesting is we know that Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong are both in this movie. Obviously, by now we know that Seth Rogen is playing Donkey Kong and Fred Armisen is playing Cranky Kong. But why are both of them in this movie? It feels a little weird to have both Donkey Kong and Cranky Kong in a movie about Mario's origin and fighting Bowser with Princess Peach. I mean, it's very possible they could go to a different side of the Mushroom Kingdom and we see the DK Jungle or maybe even DK Isle for some reason, but I feel like that would kind of, stray away from the Mario versus Bowser story of saving Princess Peach and stuff like that. I feel like they'd want to save that for an eventual Donkey Kong spin-off movie where they could even have King K. Rool as the main villain and Diddy Kong and the rest of the Kongs. That would be really cool. So what is Donkey Kong really doing in this movie? Well, we do have to remember that Donkey Kong was the main villain of the original arcade Donkey Kong, where Mario/Jumpman had to make his way all the way up to the top of some iron girders in order to save Pauline from the dreaded monkey. Now, apparently this all takes place in a city called Big Ape City, which is hilarious, and maybe they've changed it ever since. I mean, now that we have Super Mario Odyssey, we know that there's a new Donk City, so maybe that's what they changed Big Ape City to, and that really shows why Mayor Pauline is the mayor of the city, and that'd be a really cool tie-in, kind of making Mario Odyssey's kind of New Donk City an origin story for Mario, saying that maybe Mario has been there this whole time and maybe he forgot or something. Also remember that the original Donkey Kong is actually Cranky Kong, and Donkey Kong comes after. Maybe that's a story. Mario defeats Cranky Kong, and then Donkey Kong comes after Mario for revenge for his grandpa, and he's one of those like type of scenes in movies, where Donkey Kong's not necessarily the bad guy, but he's the guy that's trying to chase Mario throughout the whole movie to get revenge, but Mario's not even paying attention, he's just trying to kill Bowser. Then eventually Donkey Kong ends up helping Mario, sort of thing. I can definitely see that happening, and then eventually kind of just giving Donkey Kong his own purpose with his own movie eventually in the future. I can definitely see this being the case. Let's just say that Mario comes from a fictional world, not actually Brooklyn, New York, but it comes from New Donk City or Big Ape City, whichever they want to go with. We've already seen Mario Odyssey tease with Toad's book bag as he has different pennants based on the badges from these different kingdoms. So New Donk City being Mario's home isn't too far out. But I actually have an even deeper theory with Toad's book bag here in a second. But another character that's very important that plays into the backstory of Mario and Luigi is Sebastian Maniscalco playing as Foreman Spike. Foreman Spike comes from the game Wrecking Crew, where Mario and Luigi are part of a construction site wrecking crew taking down a building, Foreman Spike is the foreman of the construction site, and he'll constantly try to stop Mario and Luigi from completing their job because he's just annoying. I don't know why, because he's literally the person in charge of the construction site. Why would he try to stop his workers? I don't know. So it seems like he's going to be a big bully at the construction site, and that's probably going to be his only role at the very beginning of the movie. But this tells me that maybe Mario and Luigi are not going to be plumbers in this movie, but instead construction site workers, which probably is for the best. I still would rather them be plumbers. It's just kind of, to me, Mario and Luigi have always been plumbers, and a lot of the game even references plumbing. But I think what they might do is a big mush together of some of these games. They might take the world of Mario Odyssey's New Donk City, they might take, obviously, the original Donkey Kong to have either Cranky Kong and Donkey Kong appear, and even, of course, having Pauline, and I think they might even add Wrecking Crew in there as well. For instance, Mario and Luigi might be working some construction site when, out of nowhere, a giant monkey comes by and steals the mayor, Pauline, and takes her to the top of the building, and Mario has to stop what he's doing to help her, but Foreman Spike doesn't like it, and he's like, "Get down, don't do that." Of course, this could all be happening within New Donk City, which I could definitely see happening. They're just mushing all these games together. I mean, after all, we have heard rumors that there was going to be some musical numbers, especially from Bowser and the Koopas, which I'm a little terrified for, but this could even be a way for them to have Pauline's New Donk City jump up superstar. I mean, seriously, I could see it working perfectly. Mario saves the day, he gets rewarded, he goes home, and it accidentally falls into some type of pipe or something to take him, obviously, to the Mushroom Kingdom. So I don't necessarily see this origin story being, once again, you know, the trope of Mario and Luigi being poor plumbers and then they fall down the pipe or whatever. I think they're actually going to be just normal construction workers, and then Mario ends up saving the day, maybe even Luigi as well, and then they get rewarded, and they're almost like hometown heroes until Mario's life has changed and he's tossed into the Mushroom Kingdom out of nowhere, and he just wants to get back. So yeah, I think that's kind of where Mario comes from within this world, and it's probably going to be something very similar to that. Hopefully they don't take a real world approach and like actually have real cities and stuff. I don't want to hear Mario actually coming from Brooklyn. I don't want to hear him actually coming from a real world place. Let it be kind of a fantasy place like New Donk City or Big Ape City even. Just something that's a lot different, something that's unique, and something that's unique to this game, this movie, and this franchise alone. But maybe this is how Donkey Kong makes it to this world, and maybe he was part of the real world or wherever Mario was from in the first place. Maybe he originates from New Donk City in some type of jungle over there or something. Who knows? But I really would love it if they combine multiple different elements from these past games to kind of create a new, unique story. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I actually think it's something that they're going to end up doing. So of course this video was all about where is Mario from in this movie, but something else that I want to move on to in the next video is what is the main story, because I think Mario Odyssey could have a giant inspiration on this movie, and for instance the different kingdoms that we get to see within the movie itself. Of course we have so many other questions like what is the deal with Bowser going to all these different kingdoms for these stars? What are these stars going to do for him? Or is he going to get giant like in the video games? Even other questions like what other characters are we going to see within this kingdom, and what other enemies will we see as well? But those are for other videos, and if you want to stay up to date on those videos and everything the Super Mario Bros. Movie, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date on all of that, and thank you guys so much for tuning in today. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and like always, I'll see you all in the next one. See you guys.